system that says step 1, then you go to this step, then this person reports to this person reports to this person reports to this person. Are you getting me? Then reports to this person. If this is where you have found yourself, do you know your work in an organization? Your work in an organization is not to reinvent systems. It's to follow systems. That is why they have something called what? Management. So as an organization gets bigger, the role is to what? Is the management at top level management, they make decisions and policies. And different organizations have policy formulation procedures. Right? So you have to understand, okay, what is the policy formulation procedure here? And you don't fight it. If something has worked for it to be this big, don't fight it. No matter how brilliant your ideas are, is to find out, all right, how I have an idea that can change this company. What is the procedure for bringing this what? Procedure. Like this ministry, we have a policy formulation procedure. That if you see something here and you say, okay, this is what I've noticed. You can't just come and say, Pastor, after service, Pastor, I noticed something. If you start doing something like this, it will work. If we do everything that everybody wants us to do, we will not have a church. Every Sunday, somebody will walk up to me and say, I noticed that if we were doing this, you change it. Then I now say, the reason I changed because Sister so-and-so said that we should do it like that. So I started doing like, no, I think something is wrong. Let's start doing it this way. No. So, but are we saying we throw your ideas away? No. Is that to earn the right to policy formulation, you have to participate in the system first. You can't criticize the system you are not a part of. You are not a cell leader. You don't go for cell meeting, but you want to suggest how we should run cell system. Do you get it now? You say, I know people do cell here, but there's this Jesus Hallelujah ministry. There's a way they run cell that I've seen. And I ask you, are you a member of a cell? He said, I don't have time actually. Do you go for cell meeting? No, but I just observed the other day somebody was discussing. You're coming to talk to me? No. So you have to be a part of a system to earn a right to do what? To raise an observation. Then you follow the observation. You tender your observation because that observation could even be what would change the ministry completely. Are you getting me? It will change it. It will change it. Then you now ask. Now, if you have maybe the privilege of being in top position, in having access to top management, then that's a privilege. Are you getting me? You can eat at that level. But even at that level, let's say you know somebody in the management team whom you can talk to one-on-one. Yeah, you now suggest it to the person. Because for you to have that kind of influence, then there's some form of what? Interaction you have with the person. But even at that, before it's implemented, it will now go through the what? Policy procedure. So it's a generally accepted thing, then it's bulked down. Now, this is what I want you to get. Right? This is what I want you to get. Does that mean you shouldn't lead where you are here? No. That means there's an assignment given to you. Let's say at this level, you are responsible for sales. And this is how there's a target given to you here to make sales worth you and your team, you've been given the team handling sales, you've been given a target of selling probably 1 million units of whatever is being produced. Now, what they want you to do is to deliver on these units. It's not against procedure. You can now begin to think of how to motivate your team there to meet it. So you come up with a system. You can develop a system where you are. Do you follow? So at this level, they've given me this to do. We need to do this. You can come up with a system that gets the job done. Thank you, sir. You can get a system that you can develop a system that gets the job done. And that's like thinking like a CEO. You're thinking ownership. I need to get this done. But it's not for you to come and redesign everything that happens here and say, no, why do this people have to why do this people have to take orders from here? They will sack you. And that's why there are lots of intelligent people who don't want to follow company policy, creating all kinds of war within organizations, and they keep sacking them from everywhere, and they say it's because they are independent-minded. No, they are not independent-minded. They're just stupid. So they are too intelligent. You don't fight management and rise. So at this level now, you need to be motivated. So they give you a target of 1 million. You want to aspire. Number one, you say, look, they want 1 million. I'm going to give them 1.5. Which management will promote you? They must be Carlos. You said 1.5. Now you begin to think, how can I sell 1.5 unit of this? Now you are bringing initiative. Then you now begin to motivate the people around you. And then you travel, go to places, ask questions, put yourself in the right environment to be motivated. Because like we said yesterday, your personal development, are you getting me, is primarily your what? Your responsibility. And you can check it out through the organization to see somebody that can motivate you, somebody that you can aspire to. So you're always looking out for. And that's why you can travel, go and ask questions. How did you, maybe you heard someone who is handling a particular business of sort. The guy sold 5 million last year. Does that motivate you? You find ways to either read what the guy knows, you meet with the person. So there are many ways to motivate you, and you can do it David's way. And David encouraged himself in the Lord. Prayer. That's why I talked about spiritual development plans. See, this me, I'm saying the truth. I'm not just a leadership coach. If you don't pray, if they like, you can sell all the company. You will still not feel fulfilled, because identity is the first definition you must have in whatever you're doing, and only God gives it. I was talking to the singles last month. A lot of people do things not because they need it. They do things because they want to prove something. They want to satisfy an ego. They're just doing things not because it's not, you can even conquer many things. You have proven everything to everybody, but that's not who you are. Let my enemies live long and see what I'll become. Thank God you have prayed for their long life. They've lived long, you have become something. They are still your enemies. Probably if you forgave them. Maybe they will die faster. So, I think you should really just have this thing. But me, I stay motivated though. It's prayer. When I read the Bible, I'm motivated. I read the Bible, I'm motivated. When I read books, I'm motivated. When I go to places, I'm motivated. Truly. Because there are times you come in your life, you'll be alone. Will you die? Some die. Me, I will not die. I always say I don't die. And I always say this, when I pray, I don't know how people pray. When I pray, I come alive. It helps me. Prayer is more of what helps me than what helps God. You know, some people feel that, God, what you require to bless me in the morning is prayer. I'm giving it to you now. Make sure you do your part in the course of the day. That's not my attitude towards prayer. It's fellowship. God talks to me. I really believe he does. He talks to me. That's why some comedians kill themselves. They make others laugh and go and commit suicide. For I even heard very prominent comedians are very sad people. A lot of them are very sad people. Because it's a business, just what they do. It doesn't give them personal satisfaction. Identity. Barbara Taylor, I think, was one who said that at the core of success, she doesn't know what is the most important, but next to it. I'm planning to go for... Why? So you need to identify such people. And when Saul met with Samuel, Samuel said, "You're going to be a king." He went to look for his donkey. That's how that ceremony took place. When he came home, he didn't say, "Guess what? I was just anointed king." Because not everybody will be happy that you're king. We've never had king. You come, you say, "I'm the next king." No, you know what the Bible says? When they say, "Saul, where are you coming from?" It says, "Looking for the donkey." He told them all the episodes as regards the donkey, but the Bible says, as concerning matters of the kingdom, he kept quiet. Some of you, the reason they've beaten you is because you shared your vision with the wrong people. Ask Joseph. At least if you study the body language of your... See, I'm very smart. If I share something with someone and the person goes cold, it's not enough warning that next time, you shouldn't bring it here. You know? Or you share an idea with somebody, next week he's doing it. You can leave him. But don't ever feel bad if you share an idea and somebody takes it. Your DNA is on it. Somebody says, but the person is succeeding in it. Be happy that something came from you that is working somewhere. That means more can come from there. Don't ever feel bad. All right. Okay. Yeah, Murphy. Okay. No, that one. That's no partnership again. That's ownership. Yeah. About, yeah. Feeling it. Your heart is not in agreement with what's happening. Uh-huh. Honor your values first. Because your values will take you where you're going. Not their partnership. Pick your partner, pick your values over partnership. See, values are powerful. They are very powerful. Cosmos Maduka, the owner of Cos Charis, he was talking recently. He was talking about values. He said, a young boy walked up to him from his town. You know these boys you know. And said, "Oh, I have this idea, I have this thing, and I want to get a loan." Large amount of money is in billions. So he said, "I know the bank. I've been transacting with them over the years. We can do that." So he leveraged on his influence and got the loan from the bank. He even shorted the guy. The guy didn't do the business. He absconded with the money. So, okay, he shorted the guy, but there's no documentation. He spoke to the management. "Look, I know this guy. He has a bright idea. It will work." So they gave the guy the loan. So this guy now disappeared into thin air. So the bank came to him and said, "Look, this is your guy that you recommended. The guy has evaporated. How do we get the money? It's because of you. I gave this guy the money. Here now. And my job is threatened. Because the interest has been accruing. What is morally right to do? See, let me ask you. That's where values come in. Something might be legally right, doesn't make it morally right. For example, someone is driving. In Nigeria, we do left. Is it left we do right? Left. Left-hand wheel drive. Then you see somebody driving on the wrong side of the road in your direction. You know it happens in Nigeria very often. Do you know the guy is legally wrong? Then you accelerate. Because you have a bigger car and he can run into the guy. You say why? They say why? He said because he was not on his lane. The guy has broken his spinal cord. He can't claim damages because he was on the wrong side of the road. In fact, you're even saying he should pay you more. Now, because he's on the wrong side of the road, do you kill him? Is that why you wanted to kill him? In issues of legality and morality, values come in. So this is what Cosmos Maduka said. He said he brought it before his board. He was worrying them, and he spoke to the board. They said, okay, we'll look into it. So they looked into it. They said, there's nothing incriminating. You didn't really sign anything per se. Are you getting me? You didn't do anything wrong that you don't have to pay. Yes, they want to do business. You recommended someone to them, and you shorted them. But it was based on trust. And some of us feel that, some of us don't even know that trust is a commodity. So he kept quiet. The whole board said, even the wife told him not to pay. He said when he was driving home, he was thinking, he said, if they fire this man, if they fire this manager, he's the one that recommended, what's the right thing to do? He said, and he has built his business on integrity and honesty over the years. So he called the accountant, but they told him, they said it's his call to make. He said as he was going home that day, he called the accountant and said, tomorrow morning, make a check payable for the whole amount to the man, to the bank. So he came to work the following day. His accountant said, I got your message. He said, should I proceed? He said, pay. So they paid. He said when he was coming home that day as he was driving back, he was rejoicing. If you know the Cosmos Maduka man, he's a street guy. He's a street. He says it. He said, I'm street. He said, street has helped me. He's a believer, he's a pastor. He said, when he came in, he was jumping or just shouting. He said, I did it. So the wife said, you did what? The wife was expecting something. He said, I paid the money. He said, you paid with money. He said, the money, the loan that boy took plus the interest, I've cleared it. The wife said, you paid it. Money that you're not owing. He said, but I was the one that introduced him to the manager. He said, I was happy that I stuck to my value. I stayed with it. He said, in less than a year and a half, he got some big deals. You know, he's still the biggest car dealer. He owns the brand for Mercedes-Benz. In fact, they gave him another package. You know why? Your values don't just have to do with what people can see. That is what God sees. So if their partnership is not helping you, people help you. That's the truth. That's the dynamic of the world we live in. Not a Nigerian thing. It's everywhere in the world. People help you not as a means to an end. And those of you who do some of let me use an example like the Azari initiative, great initiative. Sometimes if people see that they can exploit an angle in what you're doing, they can start out helping you. But eventually there's something bigger they are looking for. They begin to think of how they can siphon funds through that thing. So it's not really about the old people they care. So you need discernment. And when they come to that point, you can choose. So let them use their account. Why are they not using their account? Because they know something is not right. Are you getting me? They know something is not right. Okay, I have a question. Please sit down and ask. You didn't reinvent it. You only followed it to remove somebody. You didn't reinvent it. You see what did they bring you in as CEO? It's policy management. CEOs don't do groundwork. Let me tell you, 100, they did a survey of 100 outstanding brands that have stood out for 100 years. The likes from every strata of life. Are you getting me? Coca-Cola was there. The Catholic Church was there. If you like rugby, this New Zealand, what they call that New Zealand rugby team, they were there. I think Mercedes-Benz was there. They called them Sentinels. Do you know what they noticed? Then this other prominent bank in US, HSBC. HSBC, they noticed that in 100 years, are you getting me? It's only once they brought a CEO who didn't go through the ranks. And they brought him to serve a 4-year tenure and told him after that he will leave because there was a vacuum. Because most of them, they discovered